where we thought we were playing good cricket in Australia and not finishing it. That's something that we really need to work on. I think 2 opportunities here in both test matches where we could have bowled their side out, especially in this game when they were 26 for 6. We let them back in the game, and that's something that under my tenure has happened consistently over 4 test matches. I wouldn't say Perth, Australia dominated, but that's something where we thought we were playing good cricket in Australia and not finishing. That's something that we really need to work on. I think 2 opportunities here.
So you don't, like you said, you won't want the mistakes to repeat.
I think first thing is clear cut that Test cricket demands something else. The fitness. We played the last game with 4 fast bowlers, and there was a big reason behind it, because in these conditions we thought that the load on 3 might have been a lot, and that proved to be true in this game when we played 3 and a spinner. We lost a fast bowler in each innings. So to play with Aga as a spinner, Abrar as a spinner, and 2 specialist fast bowler, I don't think that's enough. We could have done with Daisy. Unfortunately, he fell ill, but those are the harsh realities. I think Test cricket demands you to be fit for 5 days, whether that's a batsman or a bowler. There's 5 days of testing of your physical and mental fitness, and that's something we really need to work on.
You've touched on the entirety of the series and what the team group demands, but you touched on it, 26 for 6. You want your team to be ruthless and not allow the opposition. A massive opportunity missed, you reckon, to draw the series?
100%. When we lost the first day through bad weather, and then we lost the toss, and I thought 274 was a really good fight. Yes, there were instances as a batting unit where there were 30s and 40-run partnerships. Also, me and Sam, when we got to 50s, getting out after that, not converting it into a big score like Litan Das. Those are the things we can learn. But when you have the opposition at 26 for 6, it's about that one good ball. Yes, they were playing 8 batsmen altogether, but we needed 1 wicket then, and that could have helped us drive the game. But that's something we have to learn, and we have to learn quickly, because it's a big test season for Pakistan.
Yeah, just on that, you've still got another 7 games, 5 at home, England coming, and then West Indies comes in later as well. It might seem a bit doom and gloom, but there were still positives to take out in bat, in ball, but probably just not for long enough. What do you do to regroup from here? Because you reflect, you put it away, but you still need to come back stronger.
Like I said, it's never doom and gloom. You always keep trying, you always come back, you always learn from your mistakes. And you try and give people a chance, and I think that we're heading in the right direction. We have been consistent with selection. We have been giving, we had Khurram, Mohammad Ali Daisy, we had Mir Hamza play this test series. We've been trying to keep consistency with red ball performances as well. We've got Shaheen and Naseem back in the fold as well. We can't be harsh on them because they're playing all 3 formats. Shaheen has played consistently for a year. You can't just throw them in every game. And you have to build up your stocks as well. So we've got a lot to look at. But look, the harsh realities are that as a test playing nation, we need to get fitter. We need to have that mental and physical ability to last 5 days and to last a series which can be 10 to 15 days. So that's the challenge, that we have a month now before England. And once we get into England, it's going to be a really busy season domestically and internationally. So the boys have to pull their socks up and come back with their best.
Oh, we also hope you guys come back with the best. It's been wonderful watching, and we wish you good luck for the future.
Thank you.
Can I now invite the winning captain for Bangladesh, Najmul Hassan Shanto, to please have a few words. Yeah, plenty of smiles, and why not? Phenomenal, incredible achievement, just to win your first test match first against Pakistan, then to beat them 2-0. What does this mean for Bangladesh cricket?
It means a lot. We can't express with words. Really happy. I think before we came here, we looking to win here, and the way everyone did their job, really happy.
Now, we dissect it and you look at it in all 3 departments. Apart from maybe the 4 drop catches, there was a lot of positives to take out. Look at your young bowling stocks, Hassan Mahmood and Nahid Rana. Thoroughly impressive.
Very impressive. I think most important thing, their work ethic. I think the way they did their work in the recent past time, that's why they get the result. And then everyone honest by yourself, and very they are wanted to win. So that is more important for our team, and I hope they will continue.
similar thing. Youngsters at the top of the order. Shadman got 93, Zakir got 40 odd. Again, must be promising sign, especially that Joy missed out. So what a fantastic replacement.
Yeah, I think Joy missed out because of he has some niggles, but the way Sadman batted, especially first 93 innings, it was excellent. And this innings, Zakir, the way he approached first 6-7 overs, I think the momentum came to us and one.
You must be very happy as a captain because massive youngsters and experienced middle so many times have dug you out of the hole. Mushfiqur Rahim, Shakib Al Hassan, Mominul and Liton Das.
Yeah, very. And this series gives us a lot of confidence. And as you mentioned, Mushi bhai and Sakib bhai, Liton, Mominul, they are all experienced, playing a lot of cricket experience, and I hope they will do better than this in India series.
Just talk about India, spin will come into play. A word on the player of the series, Mehdi Hasan Miraz, fantastic both with bat and ball.
Yeah, very important. I think the way he bowled first innings on this kind of condition, taking 5 wickets, it's impressive. And the way, as I mentioned before, the way he worked his practice, talking to the coaches, really impressive. And I hope against India they will do same as what he did.
You might have been short of runs with the bat, but overall as captain you must be very, very happy with the overall performance of the entire group.
Yeah, very happy. I think everyone chipped in this series. It's a totally team game. Especially I mentioned those who are not getting a chance to play. Those 4 guys doing a lot of hard work off the field. That is also very important. We always talk about those who are scoring runs or taking wickets, but the way those 4 guys not playing but helping the team, it's very, very impressive. That's what we get the result, and I hope this culture will go going forward.
Where's the party tonight then?
It's manager part, but we have to travel as well. But I think we have to celebrate this moment.
It's been wonderful watching. Many congratulations. I'd now like you to go there and lift that winning trophy. Thank you for talking to us. Can I please request Chaudhry Nadeem Ijaz to present the Blue World City winning trophy to the Bangladesh captain Najmal Hassan Shanto. It's been an incredible victory. A 2-0 series win, a clean sweep against Bangladesh. Their 3rd test series victory away from home. Pictures that have been etched in record books. And Najmal Hassan Shanto, the proud captain of Bangladesh, lifts that beautiful trophy. He'll make his way to his group who can celebrate. What an anticipated celebration this is going to be. Plenty of trophies, plenty.
All hail Captain Shanto. Brilliant scenes. Historic scenes. Team that can be very proud of the work they put in. Test match victories, hard to come by. The Bangla Tigers. Coach's effort. David Hemp, Andre Adams, Dr. Singer. Some of the names in that lineup. So what does that victory mean for Bangladesh? Well, let's have a look at the World Test Championship. They move up to 4th, ahead of England and South Africa, so they jump right up there. Only India, Australia and New Zealand are ahead of them. Pakistan languishing at number 8, so they've got plenty of work to do. We just heard from the captain about what they need to learn, but it's Bangladesh's day. They've won this test series and they've won 3 from their 6 matches, which is an outstanding effort.
So ये points है. सही है 68%.
Well, thanks to everyone who's tuned in. Goodbye from all of us. It's been a fantastic series. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we have. Pakistan viewers, do stay back for our after presentation studio show.
It is test number 2 and day number 2 as well, as we lost the entire day's play yesterday as the ground was underwater. The coin landed in the favor of Najmul Hassan Shanto, who decided to have a bowl. Oh, he's cleaned him up! Pakistan are 1 down. The gallery applauds because he has converted. He brings up his 10th 50 in Test cricket.
Simon Ayub gets to his second Test match 50.
यार भाइयों 200 लाइक 200 सब्सक्राइबर यार कंप्लीट करवाएं जल्द से जल्द यार, जल्दी 200 सब्सक्राइबर कंप्लीट करवाएं, जल्दी 200 सब्सक्राइबर प्लीज़. एंजॉय करें लाइट्स, एंजॉय करें. ओ भाई बहुत अच्छा खेला यार, इसने बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग की है. नाइस बॉलर.
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में.
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी.
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप. कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी. डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में. जैज मेरी सुपर पावर. जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी.
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात.
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में.
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी.
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप. कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात.
कंप्लीट करवाएं 200 सब्सक्राइबर जल्द से जल्द. 2 बजे. लेट्स गाइस स्टार्ट नाउ. 200 सब्सक्राइबर जल्द से जल्द करवाएं.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी. डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में. जैज मेरी सुपर पावर.
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात.
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में.
जरासीम से भी बचाए.
भाइयों यार 200 सब्सक्राइबर यार जल्द से जल्द कंप्लीट करवाएं. ये ऐड के बाद हाइलाइट्स आप लोगों को दिखाता हूँ. पाक वर्सेस बांग्लादेश, पाकिस्तान वर्सेस बांग्लादेश. जल्द से जल्द 2 सब्सक्राइबर यार कंप्लीट करवाएं. जल्द से जल्द 200 सब्सक्राइबर करवाने आज. जल्द से जल्द करवाएं, जल्द से जल्द. मेहरबानी होगी.
2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में.
जब पास सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी. डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की लोड में. जैज मेरी सुपर पावर.
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात.
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में.
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी.
बॉटल पे दिए QR कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप. कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो
गाइस
इनाम।
एक और सब्सक्राइबर, एक सब्सक्राइब बचे यार, एक सब्सक्राइब कर दो 200 हो जाएंगे यार, जल्द से जल्द 200 करवाना है यार, एक सब्सक्राइबर बचा, एक एक जल्द से जल्द करवाएं यार, एक वो फटाफट। इसके बाद 2 बचे यार, एक ने यार सब्सक्राइबर किया, अनसब्सक्राइब किया, ओके यार जल्द से जल्द करवाएं। फिर आप लोगों को हाइलाइट्स दिखाऊंगा पाक वर्सेस बांग्लादेश, जल्द से जल्द यार 2 सब्सक्राइबर बचे हैं गाइस, करवाएं
या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
बॉटल पे दिए क्यूआर कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
500 ml मुफ्त 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
बॉटल पे दिए क्यूआर कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
गाइस यार एक सब्सक्राइब बचा है, एक करवाएं।
बॉटल पे दिए क्यूआर कोड को स्कैन करो एंड फाइंड द कोड अंडर द बॉटल कैप। कोड के साथ अपनी डिटेल्स व्हाट्सएप करो to 032 Coca-Cola एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
500 ml
जल्दी एक तो बंदा करें, 35 बंदे
लीटर
देख
की
रहे हैं।
ठंड मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में।
जब बात सुपर पावर हो मंथली एक्स जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। डायल करो *7733# और पाओ इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ 2100 रुपए की नोट में। जैज मेरी सुपर पावर।
बॉटल पे दिए क्यूआर कोड को स्कैन करो एंड जीतो ट्रिप टू दुबई या ढेरों कोक स्टूडियो इनामात।
लक्स हमारा बेस्ट सोप ग्लो के लिए अब सिर्फ 100 रुपए में।
जरासीम से भी बचाए और महंगाई से भी।
10 wickets in hand. That's how Bangladesh started day 5 and eventually match by 6 wickets at the series. 2 games to nil. Historic win for Bangladesh in Pakistan. And a great start to their season.
हो जाएंगे
And
लाइट्स
all
आपको
credit goes to, of
दिखाऊंगा
course, Litton Das, who got the player of the match.
बांग्लादेश वर्सेस
Mehdi Hassan
पाकिस्तान।
Miraz, who got the man of the series, and even Mushfiqur Rahim had a big knock of 190.
जल्दी करवाएं, ये विनिंग मोमेंट बांग्लादेश हो यार, बहुत खुश हैं यार, हिस्ट्री क्रिएट कर दी है भाई बंगालियों ने, बहुत अच्छा खेला यार, पर्सनली बहुत ही अच्छा खेला, नाइस गेम यार, बहुत ही अच्छा, नाइस गेम।
Hello and welcome to the Pitchside Studio. Lots to talk about. The series is done. Bangladesh have won it by 2 games to nil. I've got Bazid Khan and Pakistan head coach Jason Gillespie alongside me. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. I'll start with you, Jason. If you were to put it in a nutshell, the 2 games, what are the areas of major concern to you after this series and, you know, quick turnaround to England?
Yeah, it is a quick turnaround and obviously a disappointing series. And as you mentioned, Bangladesh outplayed us. It's as simple as that. Certainly the areas we need to work on. I think if we start with
यार जो बंदा देख रहे हैं पहले सब्सक्राइब करें, जो भी भाई देख रहे हैं 40 बंदे देख रहे हैं, 40 के 40 भाई सब्सक्राइब करें, जल्दी करवाएं यार, आप लोगों को फिर दिखाऊंगा यार, 40 बंदे देख रहे हैं, जल्दी सब्सक्राइब करें यार, मेहरबानी हो, जल्दी यार 40 बंदे सब्सक्राइब करें, जो भी देख रहे, जो भाई देख रहे हो सब्सक्राइब लाइक करें, मेहरबानी। ओके,
take from a batting perspective is once we get in, let's make sure someone goes big and gets that big total, get those big partnerships happening, because that's how you drive the game forward, and unfortunately we just haven't been able to do that. Again, with the ball as well, I think similar vein, we bowl well in patches, we have a good spell, then a not so good spell, and Test cricket is played over 5 days. We need to make sure that we're consistent and disciplined and focused throughout the day, throughout a session, throughout the whole day, throughout the whole match. And you know, if we can improve those areas, you know, that'll go a long way towards us improving our performances.
Yeah, when you look at
one view that is circulating is that the side looks slightly undercooked. You talked about bowling in patches, batting in patches. Now,
these guys haven't, obviously very early in the season, haven't played first-class cricket coming into this series. Now, the concern now, is this a concern for you as well? Because next series, starting October 7th, there's no first-class cricket in between.
Yep, that's a good point, Baz. And, you know, unfortunately, I can't control schedules. All we can do is focus on getting our players ready to go for the next series. They'll have some white ball cricket coming up in September for the teams that have been announced. But we'll just try and get the boys together. As red ball coach, in an absolute ideal world, yes, you'd have some first-class cricket for the players to play at this time. But unfortunately, the schedule at this point in time doesn't allow for that, and the way it is. So we just have to make sure, as a support staff, that we can identify ways to best prepare going into that series against England. So the players will go and play in the white ball competition, and then we'll get them back for camp, and we can start best preparing for that series.
You go back to the first test match, you feel that there was a heavy reliance on the pitch that was prepared and four seamers, and then according to your camp, it didn't really react the way you expected it to?
Look, we went in with the four fast bowlers. We thought that was our best way of winning the match, and after being put in to bat and losing 3 early wickets, we actually regrouped and posted what we thought was a very competitive score. We wanted to drive the game, so we wanted to have a bowl at Bangladesh on that second evening. There was a little bit of weather about, which we lost a little bit of time, but we felt that we were driving the game forward. Full credit to Bangladesh. They fought through some tough periods and batted very well. And then probably our second innings batting, we didn't do well in both games. So that's certainly an area that we need to focus on and something for us to improve for sure.
Was it the two key moments in the two test matches? Probably the first one, Pakistan declares and then loses by 10 wickets. In the second one, 26 for 6, and then the opposition is allowed to get back into the game. So where will you identify? Is it the bowling, or is it like Jason said, that the batting hasn't really come to the party as yet?
The one major difference between the two sides throughout the two-match series has been that whenever Bangladesh were put under pressure, they found a way to come back and then regain that sort of ascendancy. When Pakistan were put under extreme pressure, they did not find a way, and that shows that overall we say yes, Bangladesh was the better side, but the moment that they won, now nobody would expect it. Some side to come back from 26 for 6. Nobody would expect it that after having been in the field and the opposition scoring 440 odd, you take a lead with the bat. So whenever they were under pressure, they came back. And I reckon also you look at the bowling, overall match fitness. I think the speeds tell you a story. The Bangladeshi bowlers in their second, third, fourth spell would maintain their speed. I think there was a little bit of dip when the Pakistani bowlers bowled. So it goes back to maybe being undercooked, or it also goes back to winning those moments and being able to come back into the game when you're put under extreme pressure.
The first test match, Jason, must be a tough call to leave Naseem and Shaheen out. We've been the spearheads of the attack. What was the decision behind that, and how are you looking at the second test with 3 days gap in between?
Yeah, we made some calls that people believe is tough. Always, whenever players are left out, there's always discussion. We like to think we want to have a squad mentality, and looking ahead, we've got lots of cricket. The game here, we felt the attack that we put on the park, we were able to do the job, and we could argue that they did. We had the opposition 26 for 6, but as Baz mentioned, they fought hard and fought themselves back into the game. So, you know, at that point in time, not many people were saying that we're talking about selection. Obviously, with Shaheen, you know, we feel that he's going to be a really important part in all formats going forward. It's a very busy period. We looked at how he bowled the first test match, and while we thought he bowled decently, we feel there's areas that can improve, not just with him, with all our bowlers. But ultimately, when we came to selection, we just looked at conditions. We saw the surface here, and we thought this was the best makeup of the attack to take the wickets on this surface. And as I said, we had Bangladesh under a bit of pressure. Full credit to them; they fought their way out of that.
The other question that comes to mind, I don't know if you'll be able to answer this as not, but you're captain, the leader of the group. Now, losing to Bangladesh at home in Pakistan, there will be a reaction. Now, he's only captained 5 test matches, but now there'll be a discussion about moving forward. How much backing does he have? Are you fully confident that the core of the team or the leadership of the group will stay the same?
Yeah, look, I'm really confident of that. Look, whenever a team loses, there's always going to be people in the media asking questions, and that's fine. That's the media's job. My job is to help best prepare our players to play the best cricket. We haven't played the best cricket that we know we can in these first 2 test matches. We've identified some of the areas that we need to work on. I thought you made a couple of good points, with our batting and our bowling. Certainly with our bowling, we know that we need to be as fit and as robust as we possibly can if we want to compete for 5 full days in Test cricket. Look, Shan, I feel, has led the side very well. We just haven't played well as a team, and that's the reality. We need to play better as a team. Those areas that I've identified, we need to sharpen up, and we will sharpen up on those. But we've just got to make sure that we take a breath, have some clear thinking. But I really want to back and believe these players. They are good enough, and they've shown glimpses in this Test series of just how good we are. We just need to do it more often. That's what Test cricket's about. You can't have a good day and expect to win a match. You have to have session after session, day after day. And that's what we need to learn. We need to do that better. And if we do that, I'm very confident that we'll have some success.
One last question. I wouldn't ask you to compare the 2 bowling attacks, Bangladesh and Pakistan, but what impressed you the most, if it did, about the young fast bowlers from Bangladesh, and what were they doing right?
Yeah, look, impressive young bowlers, aren't they? And I think what they did, they showed that if you're just disciplined and patient, you can get rewarded in Test cricket. And that's certainly something that I've spoken to our bowlers about over these 2 Test matches. Test match bowling is about discipline and patience. The game is a long time, and the game can quicken up. As we saw in both these games, the game started off relatively quiet, relatively slowly, and the game's quickened up when it came to the 3rd and 4th innings. So, we just need to hang in there and stay patient. And I think the Bangladesh bowlers just did exactly that. They just hung in there, they stayed patient, and they got their rewards of that patience. And when we did that, we got our rewards as well. But we just didn't do it probably as long as we know we need to. And that's a real lesson for us going forward. And look, that's a real focus for our bowlers to get ready for that next series against England.
Well, Jason, hard luck for this series, and wish you best of luck start of the season. Lots of games to come. Thank you for joining us.
No worries. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, time for us to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be joined by Athar Ali Khan.
To get ready for that next series against England.
Well, Jason, hard luck for this series, and wish you best of luck start of the season. Lots of games to come. Thank you for joining us.
No worries. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, time for us to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be joined by Athar Ali Khan.
for a very, very long time. So will I. But this means so much for the people of Bangladesh back home, because knowing that Bangladesh has never tasted victory in Test cricket against Pakistan, not only that, they achieved that in the first Test match, and also going on to make a clean sweep. It's simply unbelievable performance from Bangladesh, and congratulations to Nazmuddin Shanto and company for achieving this historic victory.
When you say that doesn't happen every day, it brings a question to my mind that what, according to you, has been the key factors, because this is not an overnight achievement. To be performing as a team, as a unit like this has to be hard work for some time.
Yeah, it is hard work and determination. That's exactly what the words from Hassan Mahmood when Bazid spoke to him after the match. And it has been hard work. They've gone close to pick up victories, but somehow it has not happened in the past, especially in Test cricket. So it also shows that even when the chips are down, I mean, I keep going back to 26 for 6, you can produce a performance where you can still come back in a Test match to come at the top in the end by winning it by 6 wickets. I mean, that's simply amazing. Collective effort, the belief has gone stronger, and not relying on one or two players, I think, has been key. Madison Miraj has been simply magnificent. He's turning out to be a genuine all-rounder. Always thought he was a genuine all-rounder, but he's got the numbers to match to go with him.
When you talk about Bangladesh's performance, especially you talk about Test matches, fast bowlers, the good thing is you see young fast bowlers coming in away from home performing. So this is the beginning of a new era in terms of fast bowlers to take over from Taskin and others.
Yeah, what I've been able to gather is all to do with preparation of your skill and your fitness.
You talk about Bangladesh, young captain in Shanto, and then having a young fast bowling attack, and skill is something else, but to have them work and understand their roles and to be so disciplined, especially someone like fast bowler like Nahid Rana, and of course you mentioned Hassan, it's just everything seemed like Bazat said earlier on, they seem like a more prepared side.
Yeah, everything seems to fall in the right place, and it's not just a journey, a short journey, it has been a long journey. We've had seamers in the past, we've played Test matches in the past, but we haven't seen anything like this before. This energy, this new brand of cricket, not only from the bowlers, but also from the batters, that yes, if there is an opportunity, I'm going to take the responsibility. Perhaps there were others who have done that in the past, but now the newer generation, the next generation of players will be looking at this Test match, this Test series, and this will seriously spur them up, because this is a great example of team not relying on one or two players. I mean, it's a team game, and he's rightly pointed out, Bazid, fitness level, they've been working seriously on their fitness level. It's not just fitness level, also comes the fact that their eating habits have been changed. They know exactly the amount of calories they need to take and the amount of calories they need to burn, how much time they would need to work on specific muscles in the gym, and also the skills in the nets to develop themselves in such a form that they can come good against high quality opposition. I mean, the result is right in front of them at the moment, but the bigger challenge is ahead. So you should, as a team, you cannot be settled what they have achieved. Yes, well done, Bangladesh, but let's get better and stronger.
Talking about calories, Atharbai has had his year's calories in these 2 weeks in Pakistan.
The tense moments.
Yeah.